Chapter 19 Symphonies in Stardust. No doubt the cherubs earn their wage who wind each ticking star. Don Marquis. Out on distant plains of the universe, hidden by reefs of time and space, lie strange realms unlike anything in our wildest dreams. They crouch out there beyond reach of earthbound man, bizarre and unexplored. But in recent years, gates into this cosmic realm have ever so slightly begun to crack open. Recent astrophysical breakthroughs are enabling mankind to catch their first glimpse of once hidden galactic domains. These peaks have left heretofore unflappable scientists shaken. The more they learn, the more scrambled their notions about God, energies, and origins become. Several years ago, Time magazine published a magnificent series of articles from their research on the deterioration in our present civilization. An excerpt from that series entitled Second Thoughts About Man says, "Man's confidence in his power to control his world is suddenly at a low ebb. The scientists themselves are now depressed to realize that their universe is far more complex than they recently thought and that they have fewer solutions than hoped." What has shattered the scientists' serenity and smugness? Here's what. They discover that far out there in the wild, wonderful cosmos, there are such things as mysterious black holes with gravity so strong light cannot escape, baffling tiny orbs, shining with the power of trillion suns, stardust, cosmic rays, and collapsed stars, wandering silently, million-mile-an-hour solar winds, stars singing, with each their own voices, see Job 38. Supernovas like celestial fireworks. Yes, the heavens declare the glory of God, just as the psalmist stated in Psalm 19. For eons, God's finger has been inscribing a cosmic testimony. The writing in the heavenlies tells of mysteries with deep spiritual and practical relevance to every believer. Let's examine a few of God's celestial wonders. Quasars are small, jewel-like bodies packed with more energy than 10 entire galaxies the size of our own. In 1 minute, some quasars emit enough power to supply all of Earth's needs for 50 million years. Supernovae are the most dramatic of cosmic fireworks. Exploding stars spread gas clouds, meteoric fragments, and dust over millions of space miles. These fiery displays are so grandiose they can be watched for hundreds of years. Pulsars are neutron stars spinning at enormous speeds that somehow emit their signals in pulses. Pulsars are so dense that one thimbleful of a pulsar weighs more than 50,000 locomotives. Physicists are staggered by mounting evidence of the universe's size. Astrophysical devices are now bringing in breathtaking new information about deep space. If Galileo could see the present array of instruments available to modern-day astrophysicists, he would turn green with envy. The Hubble Space Telescope, the huge 200-inch Mount Palomar optical telescope, radio telescopes like Arecibo in Puerto Rico, instrumented spacecraft like Voyager, Surveyor, and Mars Pathfinder. What magnificent tools! But what is causing some to gasp as the data rolls in? For one thing, they are just beginning to fathom the scope of the universe. We are now cruising along at a cool 66,000 miles an hour, orbiting the sun on a planet which poet Archibald MacLeish described as a small planet of a minor star, off at the edge of an inconsiderable galaxy. On this planet, scientists labor feverishly to prove René Descartes' proclamation true. The haughty philosopher bragged, "There is nothing so far removed from us as to be beyond our reach, or so hidden that we cannot discover it." But the Bible speaks of men such as Descartes saying, "The mouth of fools poureth out foolishness." Proverbs chapter 15, verse 2. And God always has the final word. Instead of providing an answer, this new torrent of cosmic data leaves scientists ever more baffled. Physicists listen today with new awe as their own instruments whisper of the universe's scope. We've learned that gigantic heavenly galaxies are as common as grains of sand on a beach. There are billions of them. No wonder confusion is king among some in the intellectual community. It's about time men listen to what those stars are trying to tell them about their creator. But don't hold your breath, because even to the keenest natural mind, these secrets will only breed still more controversy. The Bible says, "None of the wicked shall understand." Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. Until time itself ends, those who trust exclusively in their own understanding will stay confused. They will generate more and more vain theories as long as they ignore the Bible, which is, among other things, an accurate book of science. Let's look at a bit at their confusion. Nobel Prize winner George Wald once wrote, "I think there is no question in that we live in an inhabited universe that has life all over it." Wald has a lot of distinguished company who concur with this position. Yet others with equal scientific credentials insist there's not a shred of evidence that there is life out there in space. Yes, the non-spiritual community is in disarray, and it's not just concerning life on other planets. They are also confused concerning the origin of the universe. For instance, hundreds of eminent physicists hold to a steady-state universe theory, while hundreds more cling to the Big Bang theory. These latter scholars presume that many eons ago, the universe was in one big ball until a cataclysmic explosion occurred. They claim that, as a result, the whole universe is rushing outward at fantastic speed. In time, they theorize all this matter will implode. Everything will begin reversing direction and racing back into one dense mass, only to repeat the whole process time and again, like some bouncing ball. What a bizarre explanation. I wonder if anyone ever asked them, who put the mass of matter out there in the first place, and who lit the fuse? You can be glad if this Big Bang theory seems ridiculous to you. In the beginning, God is a much more logical conclusion. There is a special kind of wisdom among believers that operates above their intellectual plane. Jesus described it this way: "It is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them, the carnal and unbelieving, it is not given." Matthew chapter 13, verse 11. Yes, the Bible has a better idea. "The Lord by wisdom hath founded the earth, by understanding hath he established the heavens." Proverbs chapter 3, verse 19. If a man does not keep pace with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer. Let him step to the music he hears, however measured or far away. Henry David Thoreau. Those who wrote the Bible and those who live by its truth hear and believe only the music of the holy drummer.